Hello and welcome back. Today I wanted to share with you something really neat and special that I have been collecting as part of a recent promotion from McDonald's. So I'm not sure how popular and how familiar people might have been with these, but they are McDonald Land souvenir kits. They came as part of a promotion for a adult Happy Meal that McDonald's put together, and one of these souvenir kits came with it, or through the app you could actually purchase these individually. So luckily I purchased them all individually. Some were gifted to me, and we had one chase that we had to actually, it was just easier to go ahead and get it on eBay, to be quite honest. So I wanted to first start and kind of show you how these work. There were 6 total souvenir kits. They came in basically blind boxes, and the only real identifying bit on each of the boxes is a little number in white, which may or may not identify them. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to it. I thought at first that there was, but I don't think so. I think every box has a different code. There were times when I got a duplicate and it had the same number, but then there was another time when I got another kit, another character kit from another location, and it had the same number as one from another location and another character. So I don't think that it's a foolproof way to identify them. So it's really just about opening them to find out. So first I'll take a look at the box and kind of show you the highlights. So welcome to McDonald Land, and it's a landscape of McDonald Land and the McDonald Land characters. The McDonald Land characters, most of them originated in the 70s, and I would say they had their heyday in the 70s, late 70s and 80s, and you just don't see a lot of the McDonald Land characters anymore after McDonald's kind of gotten, they kind of got in trouble, so to speak, for you know, the health aspect of it, which is neither here nor there. It's just what happened. So you can see the characters that I grew up on were Birdie and Grimace. That is Officer Big Mac. I don't think that's Mayor McCheese. I think that's Officer Big Mac. That is the Hamburglar, the Fry Guys, as we called them, and of course the Chicken Nugget Buddy Guys. Of course Ronald, and there's Mayor McCheese. There he is. So those are the ones I was most familiar with. But on this packaging you'll find a few others. You'll see here is Captain Crook. I think he was similar to Hamburglar in that he was stealing food. It was part of his little shtick. The Fry Guys later on became Fry Kids because they introduced a female Fry. So they had to change it to Fry Kids. This is Uncle Grimace. He was the character that they introduced when they started the green shamrock shakes. Here in McDonald Land, the hamburgers grow in little hamburger patches, and so do French fries. These are the Happy Meal kids. Those are all your little pieces for a Happy Meal. There's your little milkshake volcano and ice cream. Looks like land and mountains back there with soft serve on top. There's the tree where the apple pies grow. There's a train back here. This is either, I think it's supposed to be Grimace's aunt or grandma or something like that. This is the professor. I don't remember him at all. Very, like, I've seen him before in vintage stuff, but he was never part of anything that I saw. And of course, Ronald. And did you know that Ronald had a dog named Sunday? And if you look, he looks like a little, he's white like ice cream with chocolate sundae on top. So those are the characters that are on the box. So the 6 characters that actually come inside are Birdie, Grimace, the Hamburglar, Ronald, Mayor McCheese, and the Fry Kids. So my biggest surprise in all of this was that there were no McNugget buddies. They were the most fun in the 80s because they had these little McNugget puppets in the commercials, and they were really cool. So I was kind of shocked that they didn't do a set for the McNugget buddies. So a few of them I opened the traditional way, but I figured out that you can actually open them from the bottom to do a little bit of collector opening, and they open real easy. If you're out there trying to keep them mint, that's one way to do it. Some of mine are torn. I'm not really trying to keep them in good shape, but I'll unbox these and you can take a look at all of them together. you can see they each come individually wrapped in tissue paper. That's a special McDonald's Land tissue paper. Oh no, my Ronald was bent. Oh. Okay. One thing that's kind of neat is that the wrappers have the vintage style McDonald Land font, and they kind of remind me of a hamburger wrapper. A little bit. So here are all 6. I do believe that the Ronald McDonald and the Mayor McCheese are the 2 hardest ones to find. I did get a lot of the Fry Friends. They call them Fry Friends. They called them Fry Kids for a while too. I got a lot of the Fry Kids, Fry Friends, and I got a lot of the Birdie extras. So there's some neat things inside that I might use and send to people. So that's kind of neat. So let's start with the common. Let's start with the Fry Friends. These boxes, I don't know if you can tell, but they are tin and they are sculpted tins. And on the back of each one, you have a signature. So I guess because Fry Friends don't write, they just have their little French fry drawing right there. So each one, okay, it says a trip through McDonald Land. So it's kind of, the theme is as if you were getting souvenirs from McDonald Land, and each one of these is going through. The boxes, when they come apart, don't have a hinge. Part of me wishes that they had a hinge, but they don't. So let's check out what's inside of each one. So inside the card, there's like a little like passport style card. It says McDonald Land. Thanks for traveling to McDonald Land. It's the Sunday Mountain, the fish fillet, the Filet-O-Fish, lake, hamburger patch, French fry, thatch. Those are the different places in McDonald Land. And you know, I never did that, but you can scan that and unlock more. So I can't believe I haven't tried that yet, but you can do that. There's who knows what's in there. But the code can only be used one time. So maybe it's some kind of points. I don't know. I'll have to check it out and report back in the comments. And then we have a series of stickers. And some of them are silly. Love to yap. Fry friends forever. In pursuit of fries. This is probably my favorite one. Just the little fry friends. And then each character has a McDonald Land passport sticker. So it's kind of like the page, the identification page on a passport. So type A, code of issuing date, McDonald's, passport number, Fry Friends, McDonald Land 1972. They're all Tauruses. Their favorite color is yellow. Their hobbies are accessorizing and yapping. And you can see their signature is their french fries, like what's on the back of the tin. And then each one comes with 2 postcards. The first postcard is specific to the character, so travel the french fry thatch. I always thought it was weird, the thatch. I'm not really sure, like you'd think a patch, but no, it's a thatch. And then all the fry friends are waiting in their thatches. Taste for yourself how good the crisp golden batch is. Go out to the wild and let the wild times start. Because no matter who you are, we're all fry friends at heart. So these are like postcards that you can send. And then this one is basically the art from the box. And each one of these has this. So it's kind of cool to see the whole thing. There's a place that awaits you that feels much like home. It's where your lifelong friends are and your favorite food is grown. The sights are surprising and the adventure's brand new. So call Mom, McDonald Land is waiting to make some golden memories with you. So pretty cool. It's just a neat little set. I would have loved to have been like on the team that decided like what was going to be included. Next we'll take a look at Birdie. Birdie, I don't know how many of you remember, Birdie was the character that advertised for McDonald's breakfast items, especially the pancakes and stuff, because she was the early bird, so she got breakfast. So here's her passport, 1977. She's a Libra. Her favorite color is pink, singing, art, and flying. So one of her stickers is a little suitcase, property of Birdie. This one is cool. It's her pilot's license. She got her pilot's license 1980. Her hair is auburn. Her, let's see, this scarf color is white. Eyeshadow is blue. There's her pilot number. It's just funny. I got breakfast with Birdie. And Birdie is my bestie. And there's another one of those cards. And here's the postcard for Birdie. I find it funny that it doesn't actually have Birdie on it anywhere. I thought that's weird. To be quite honest with you, I thought the design of the postcards for the characters was not great. The McDonald's Land postcard is fabulous. These could have been a lot better. Like, where's Birdie? Why wouldn't you have Birdie on there? So let's take a look at Grimace. And we have another one of those cards I'll look into. Here's his passport. He's a Gemini. His favorite color is purple. Go figure. Crashing birthdays, skateboarding are his hobbies. He was issued in 1971, so he was one of the original way back. Friend of Grimace. This is the shake that would actually come with the adult Happy Meal. And this is funny. Most likely to throw a lit birthday party. Let's just give you, and this looks like a vintage picture of Grimace. And then going to Grimace Island. Pretty cool. And greetings from Grimace Island. That's what his postcard is. And once again, Grimace is not present on, I mean, I know it's Grimace Island, but I don't know. I just feel like there would be something, I don't know, an opportunity there. This is on the Isle of Grimace with his family. Thick shake volcanoes erupt volcanically. And if a purple friend happens to float by, raise up your cup and tell them hi. So far I think my favorite sticker is this. Most likely to throw a lit birthday party. Looks like a yearbook picture. So I think one of my favorite of this whole set was the Hamburglars. I didn't show you the back with their signatures. It's the same signature they used on their passports. So there's Hamburglars. I don't know, I just liked his stickers a lot. So he came with a little stack of hamburgers. Keep up, Hamburglar and I are mid-heist. He had a mugshot, Rubble Rubble. That was funny. And then this like retro, kind of reminds me of like old bowling type stuff, but it's Rubble Rubble, which was the little noise that he made. And let's look at his passport. So he's a Cancer. His favorite color is burgers. His hobbies long distance runs and pranks. So he was issued in 1971. And this is his postcard, is the hamburger patch. You can see the little pickles. So I thought those were pretty cute. I will do Mayor McCheese next. I think he's the second most rare. McCheese is my mayor. And that's the Happy Meal kids. A little Mayor McCheese. I like that one. McDonald Land is so back. Yeah, they haven't done anything with McDonald Land characters in a long time. Let's see, he's a Virgo. His favorite color is orange, I guess like his cheeseburger. Cheese. Playing the cello and tailoring. 1971. And he comes with a little piece of McDonald Land, which is the town hall. I guess these are all like, they're kind of from their, they had one set of art. They really took that one big piece of art and pared it down to all the different places. They used it on the front of the tins. They used it in their, the postcard that's specific to the character. So they really kind of minimized the art creation for this in that regard. So and then probably the most sought after is the McDonald's, Ronald McDonald. You have him and his dog Sunday. He's playing the Golden Arches guitar, and his signature is on the back. This one got bent pretty rough, and which is weird because the box wasn't bent. So let's take a look. So that's a great sticker. It's just this big shoe. And I haven't tried to peel any of these stickers off, so they're paper backed. So I'm not sure how well they will actually stick. This is his guitar, his Golden Arches guitar. Oh yeah, you've got his dog Sunday as a sticker. And this is like a bumper sticker. It says, "I wish I was driving the Ronald Red Shoe car." And here's his passport. He is a Sagittarius. His favorite color is red. His issue date was 1963, so he was significantly before some of the other characters. So he is the main character. His hobbies are walking his dog Sunday and adventuring. His postcard is a trip through the apple pie orchard, which is kind of cool. Which his is probably the only one that doesn't quite match his spot on the map or on the overall postcard art, but it's okay. It says, "The branches of the ever-wise apple pie trees keep many stories under their canopy of leaves. Ronald and his friends will show you the ways of the orchards you'll want to stay in for all of your days." So that's the last little souvenir kit. So altogether, these are really pretty inexpensive. I think I paid, some stores wanted $2 for them, some wanted $3, and at a couple of the McDonald's that I got them at, because I only got this I ordered them on the app and got only this, there were a few that had no idea what I was talking about. They didn't know what they were. So I had to kind of explain, and they're like, "Oh, you mean the toys in the boxes?" And I was like, "Yeah." So they ended up giving me, they're like, one of the girls was like, "We've got so many of those," and she like gave me extras because they weren't selling them. So I feel like these are not going to be particularly worth anything. Even the ones that were a little harder to find were not expensive on eBay. So you know, if you happen to go through McDonald's and they have them, you might want to just like throw one in the bag just for fun. I had to go in the app and act like I was ordering the Happy Meal or the adult meal, the McDonald Land meal, and that's how I was able to get the option to buy just the souvenir kit. So I have one other one to look at, and this one is an extra Ronald, should be, but its packaging is a little different. Not really sure. This was one that we got from eBay for really inexpensive, but it looks like it may have come from China. Not really sure, but it has Chinese packaging, Chinese writing on the back, and or maybe that's, I think it was Japanese. I'm not sure, honestly. But anyway, it's not like the others. It's not like my other one. So I was gonna open that one up and see if it's any different. Hopefully, if it should be Ronald, and if it is Ronald, maybe this one's not damaged. So that would be nice. Everything else about it is completely the same. Yeah. Yeah, looks to be completely the same. Same stickers and all that good stuff. So I don't know, maybe whoever sold this on eBay picked it up abroad. I'm not sure, but just slightly different packaging. So I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at these with me. I just thought they were really neat and different. Something tells me that they're not gonna do very well, but I think more than likely I'm gonna send some random people some McDonald Land postcards because I think they're fun, and I did get through some of them gifts from some of the folks at McDonald's and different things, and some just repeats. I did get some extras, so I have some to give to some people as little fun things that they might like. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these with me, and you'll have to leave me some comments with some of your favorite McDonald Land characters and memories of being a kid and getting to see the McDonald Land commercials. I kind of miss that. That was a magical kid thing that they just don't really do anymore. So hopefully McDonald Land, it really is kind of back. I think it was a fun thing, and it was a very unique thing to McDonald's that you just don't see anymore. So anyway, thank you for joining me and watching, and I will see you next time.